Maybe they should have pushed it back to December. Maybe not. What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of Solo, a Star Wars story. That's right, Han Solo getting an origin story, which, yeah, I mean, not really anybody asked for it, but, you know, I love the character. I mean, growing up, I mean, everybody wanted to, you know, wield the lightsaber, but, you know, come on. You had to have the blaster in those tall boots. There's just something about Han Solo that you just, I don't know. Because he was that guy that was caught in the middle of this madness, okay? Just pure madness. You got war going on, rebels, the Empire, and then you got this kid who is learning the ways of the Force and blah, 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 and just getting thrown all to this mythical shit. And, you know, he just wanted to get laid by the princess. And get money, too. So that was it. But, you know, it's interesting. But, yeah. Solo, Star Wars story, definitely saw some shit going on behind the scenes. You know, I made the joke in the opening of this video that maybe it should have got pushed. And I'll get to, like, my gripes in a minute there. But, yeah, Solo, you get to see when he first meets Chewie, when he first meets Lando, and then he goes on this grandioso Western-type sci-fi adventure, which is what they promised us, and that's pretty much what it was. And what did I think of Solo, a Star Wars story? I enjoyed it, liked it, didn't love it, but liked it. I went into this movie not expecting too much and not to be blown away. Nothing was like, I mean, when it came to Rogue One, I mean, I went to that movie just kind of going, okay, this is going to be interesting to see. And there was a lot of things I loved, and then that Darth Vader scene just blew my goddamn mind, which a lot of people did. So, I mean, and it just kind of just, when I rewatched it, I was like, man, this movie is just really, I mean, I'm a fan of Rogue One. It's up there in my Star Wars rankings. I'm not sure exactly where, but when it comes to Solo, I wasn't expecting anything, and I didn't really get blown away, but I did enjoy certain aspects of it. I wanted to see how Han and Chewie met each other, and the way that they handled it was like, sweet. I thought it was going to be like, hey, they're going to do it like this, but they totally did it like this, and it actually worked really well. It actually did. I loved the way that Han and Chewie meet. It's really well done. Same thing with Lando. I mean, Donald Glover, he does a great job with the character. I mean, when it comes to him and Alden trying to, like, you know, mimic Ford and Billy D, you know, I wasn't looking for that. I've said many times that I wanted them to make the characters their own, but I wanted them to, like, hey, to have like a feeling of the characters, and they both did a very well job. I think Glover did a little bit better. But, I mean, he had a shorter, you know, he wasn't, like, in it, like, the whole time. This is a Han Solo movie. And Alden did great. Don't think I'm, like, shitting on him. You know, a lot of people were wondering about him with the rumors, too, about him. And, like, he didn't have the acting chops for it. There's a lot of times where it was like, yeah, he does a very good job. Smirk and stuff like that. And just the way he talks. And, you know, that charming aspect that Han Solo has, you know. I mean, I congratulate him. I mean, he had a lot of weight on his shoulders. And he pulled it off. A lot of the visuals were great. There's some great chase sequences. And then, of course, you know, there's certain things, you know, of course, we're going to see, like, the Kessel Run and everything. That was all pretty damn fantastic. Some, you know, little surprises and, you know, great little action sequences. And there was even, like, some, like, hey, look, there's, like, big time, there's, like, war going on right here. Hey, how about that? So now let's talk about the gripes. This movie played it a little too safe, okay? I mean, a lot of people give shit to Last Jedi, but man, did that movie take some risks, because obviously it fucking pissed off like half the fan base. This movie did not want to really take risks at all. I mean, and I guess it really can't, because this is an origin story. You can't mess up what we already know about the character. You know, there's 4 other movies in the future that establish this character a lot. And I kind of wish that it did take a little bit without, you know, messing up that, just explore the character a little bit more. I feel like it didn't. And there's some pacing issues big time in this movie where you're just kind of going like, can we pick up the pace here? It's getting a little dull. And I want to know more about Han's character, and you're not really showing me that. He's just kind of just on this ride, and it's just like moving forward. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just like feels like at a standstill. And I just wish they would have just, hey, you know, let's explore this character a little more. You know, stuff that we don't know we can actually help, and it won't retcon anything else. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Han and Chewie back and forth, they nailed it pretty damn good. I thought they did it justice. You know, certain things that happen, you're like, yay, I wanted to see that, and you know, and it worked out. And Chewie is like, you know, he's a big star in this movie. Him and Lando really stand out with certain things that they do, you know. And I'm not saying that Han, you know, Alden doesn't do anything, you know, but it's just, I just wish they would have just got more deep with the character. Woody Harrelson was wasted in this movie. I'm sorry to say, I love Woody Harrelson. You know, anytime you see that he's in a movie, you're like, oh yeah, he's going to be fantastic. And, you know, I'm not saying that his character sucked. It's just, he felt wasted in this movie. Like, I wanted more. I wanted more of him, you know, and they wanted to, I thought they were going to have more of like a mentor vibe to Han, and I wasn't really feeling that. Slightly you do, but I wasn't really overall feeling that, and I think that's what they were trying to grab at first with this character, and it just didn't really feel it. And I felt like he was wasted, and I wonder what happened with Lord Miller's part of it. There's not really a villain. Not really a villain in this movie. Not too much. Paul Bettany is there, but you don't really feel like he's a villain. I mean, yeah, he's a mean dude when he's on screen, but you don't feel like, you know, his presence is bearing down on what's going on. I mean, this is a heist movie. There's heists going on. Just heist, you know? And I get that. I mean, it's got that Western in space kind of vibe to it, which I enjoyed. And, you know, don't get me wrong, that's what I really enjoyed by it. But it just didn't feel like there was a villain present in this movie. And I really wish, because Paul Bettany's great. And when he's on screen, he's great. But just wasn't enough for me. But overall, guys, I mean, there's one thing in particular that I went, whoa! And I'm not going to mention it because it's spoilery, but yeah, I'll do a video about it. I don't know if I'll do a spoiler video on this because there's not really much like spoilers to talk about. I didn't even do one for Deadpool 2, and there's a lot more with that. I just didn't have time, but I won't do one. But I'll probably do a video talking about one certain thing that I thought was really cool, and it really just lifted me up. Like, wow, you know. And the people that see it, you guys know what I'm talking about. Be wary of spoilers in the comment section. But overall, it was a Western in space. I really enjoyed that vibe. I got that vibe, you know. There wasn't lightsabers going around everywhere. It was blasters. There were some war elements that I really enjoyed. Alden did great with the character. Glover was great. Chewie, you know, great and everything. Emilia Clarke, you know, I mean, she was there and she did her job. But like I said, Woody Harrelson I felt was wasted. But overall, enjoyed the movie, liked it. Didn't love it, but yeah, am I going to put it on the favorite wall of 2018? I am, because you know what, as much as like I didn't enjoy it as much as like say a Rogue One or something like that, I just, I feel like if I'm going to watch it again, I'm just going to enjoy it a lot more, so I'm going to put it up there, and you know what? Hopefully I do enjoy it. Maybe I'll just take it down if I don't. But as of right now, I'm putting it up there because I do really want to see it again, and that's usually with movies that are up there, is movies that I can't wait to see again. And this is a movie that I really can't wait to see again. So there you go, guys. There's my review for Solo, A Star Wars Story. Let me know if you saw it down below in the balls area and what you thought about it. Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel. Visit filmjunkie.com for my content. And, of course, visit the store for shirts and stickers, guys. All right? Talk to you later.